Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Commissioner Dick Schutz of the Backyard Football League. Now, you may not be able to see me this time, but this is how things are going to be from here on out. You're just going to hear my voice. It's going to be a voice recording, and I just figure, who wants to see this kind of mug anyway? So, I'm going to go ahead and just do a voice recording. So go ahead and just, you know, tune away, and hopefully you'll enjoy what you hear instead of what you see. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and review week number 4 in the BFL and preview week number 5 in season number 2 of the BFL. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dissect game number 1. And that was between the Patriots with Isaiah and Mick and the Giants, who were the home team, with Deshaun and Turtle. And believe it or not, folks, the Giants won this game. They won 36-32 over the Patriots. And with that win for the Giants, they now have won their very first BFL football game, folks. Yes, after 16 tries, they have done it. They are now 1-15 overall, but the sheer fact and the point of this is that they defeated the defending Super Bowl champions who throttled the Giants last season in all 6 meetings. The Patriots pounded the Giants last season. Now, what this says is the Giants are starting to come around. They've been in every game thus far here in season 2 of the BFL. Now, on the flip side, the Patriots played very well. They just could not get a defensive stop. Neither team committed a turnover, so it was a really well-played game offensively. And it was certainly back and forth. Now, at the moment, this is for surely the best game of season number 2 here in the BFL. Because both teams were impressive, both teams were sharp. So without a doubt, this is the best played game here in season number 2. Now, the Giants received 3 touchdowns from Turtle and 2 touchdowns from Deshaun. Deshaun also added 2 two-point conversions, while Turtle added 1 two-point conversion. The Giants went 3 of 5 and 2-point conversions against the Patriots. The Patriots, on the other hand, they were led by Mick, who had 3 touchdowns in this game. Isaiah added 1 touchdown. Mick had 1 two-point conversion, while Isaiah had the other 3 two-point conversions. Overall, the Patriots went 4 of 4 from the 2-point conversions. This tells me again that this was a very well-played game. It's just that one team had to lose this game. So, congratulations to the Giants on getting their first BFL game. BFL win, I should say. Now, in game number 2 of week number 4, the Vikings with Deshaun and Ryan were at the Broncos with Isaiah and Turtle. And the Vikings won this game 38-22. So after this game, the Vikings are 3-1 and the Broncos are 2-2. Now flashbacking to game number 1, after the Patriots lost, they're 2-2, and after the Giants win, they are now 1-3. Now let's fast forward back to the Vikings-Broncos game. When I look at this game, the defining moment or player was clearly Ryan. He stood out and made huge plays in this game for the Vikings. Deshaun also made pretty big plays for the Vikings, provided a spark for the Vikings. The Broncos began the game with a touchdown courtesy of Isaiah, and then he responded on defense with an interception on the very first play the offense had for the Vikings. So it looked like the Broncos were going to slowly run away with this game. Unfortunately, Ryan had other ideas. After Isaiah's interception, Mick then dropped back, and on the first play for the Broncos, he threw another interception caught by Ryan, who brought the ball all the way back for a pick six and a touchdown. After the 2-point conversion, it was 8-8. The tie was right there. Then the Broncos, with the ball again, committed another turnover as Isaiah attempted to lateral the ball back to Mick on a sweep play that just went awry. The ball landed on the ground, and Ryan swooped in for the fumble recovery and was touched down at the 1-yard line. Now, the Vikings scored on the very next play. Ryan also added another pick six to make that number 2 for him in this game. Ryan now has 5 total pick sixes on the season, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Ryan had all 5 touchdowns in this game for the Vikings. 2 of them were off interceptions. Deshaun had 2 2-point conversions, and Ryan had 3 2-point conversions. The Broncos got 2 TDs from Isaiah and 1 TD from Turtle. Isaiah had 2 2-point conversions. So a pretty strong performance for the Vikings. Again, they improved to 3-1, while the Broncos fall to 2-2. Now in the week finale game, game number 3, the Seahawks with Isaiah and Ryan played the Cardinals with Deshaun and Mick, and the Seahawks obliterated the Cardinals 38-16. So the Seahawks win. They improved to 4-0, while the Cardinals fall to 0-4. This was pure domination for Seattle against a weak and fragile Cardinals team. This was David versus Goliath, and it was another blowout for the Seahawks. Now, with Arizona running into a buzzsaw, they did so against a good, strong Seattle team. Ryan continued to play really good football. He had 2 more pick sixes in this game for the Seahawks, and Isaiah had 1 pick six. Now, 2 of the 3 pick sixes came from Mick while he was quarterback. 1 of those came from Turtle. For the week, Mick threw a BFL record high 4 pick sixes as quarterback. It just wasn't his day throwing the ball. Now, just like it wasn't Arizona's day, of course, as I mentioned before. With all those turnovers, it's easy to see why Seattle ran away with this game. Seattle is by far the best team in the BFL this season, while Arizona is struggling and they are in the cellar as the worst team. Seahawks, they had 3 TDs from Isaiah. 1 of those were from the defensive side on the interception. Ryan had 2 touchdowns, and both came off interceptions. Seattle converted all 4 2-point conversions, while the Cardinals got both touchdowns from Turtle as wide receiver, even though he was all-time offense. Both of those touchdowns came from Mick as he was quarterback on those plays. So 2 touchdown passes for Mick. Deshaun had 2 2-point conversions for the Cardinals, while Mick had the other one. So after week 4, again, the Seahawks are 4-0 and the Cardinals are 0-4. After week 4, this is the standings right now. In first place is the Seahawks at 4-0. In second place is the Vikings at 3-1. In third place is the Patriots at 2-2. In fourth place is the Broncos at 2-2. And in fifth place is the Giants at 1-3. And in sixth place is the Cardinals, who are 0-4. Now let's preview week number 5 matchups. In game 1, we have the Cardinals with Deshaun and Mick, who are 0-4, against the Broncos, who with Isaiah and Turtle, who are 2-2. With how flat the Cardinals have been this season, I predict the Broncos are going to win this game. It might be closer than one would think, but I just think Isaiah and Turtle combined are just going to be way too much for Deshaun and Mick as the Cardinals. So expect the Broncos to come ahead here, and that's a big game for Isaiah and Turtle, who are trying to fight for the Super Bowl bid now with the Patriots sliding and losing the last 2 games. Now in Game 2, it's the Super Bowl rematch, number 3 on the season. The Vikings with Deshaun and Ryan, who are red hot at 3-1, won 3 in a row, and the Patriots with Isaiah and Mick, who are 2-2. They have lost 2 games in a row. They did not ever do that last season. It's the first time they've had a losing streak. So I predict that the Patriots will come out swinging. They will play very aggressively, and as long as they continue to play like they did here in Week 4, I think they will have a really good shot. They played very well against the Giants. Now in Game 3, it's the Giants with Deshaun and Turtle at 1-3 against the Seahawks with Isaiah and Ryan, who are 4-0. This is going to be a closer game than I think a lot of people believe. The Giants are playing really good football. They're playing very hard, and they're playing very aggressively and well. For the Seahawks, this is the best team in the BFL, and it's really not even close. If the Giants want to stay with the Seahawks, they're going to have to play mistake-free football. So that will do it, previewing week number 5. I hope everyone enjoyed this voice recording. Until then, this is Commissioner Dick Schutz. I will be back next week to review week number 5 and preview week number 6. Talk to you later, everybody, and have a great day.